everyone. Welcome to the AISP Inside Sales Studio. This week's Monday Morning Sales Minute is brought to you by our proud sponsor, Lessonly. Be sure to stick around at the end to hear how their online enablement platform can help you learn, practice, and get to your quota faster. Now, we're here with special guest Steve Hall, all the way from Australia. Steve, welcome.
Good day, mate. How you going? I'm
doing really good. Steve is the managing director of a firm called Executive Sales Coaching in Australia. He's also a ex-marathon runner, a big ocean swimmer, and I know you try to avoid the sharks while you're out swimming, Steve.
I do my very best. I'm a pretty average ocean swimmer, so I work on the principle that if they're going to bite anyone, it'll be someone at the front or someone at the back. I'm hopefully in the middle.
That's a good strategy. Steve is going to talk to you about something we really haven't had much on the studio here, and that is selling to the C-suite, kind of selling top down, if you will. And he's going to share a couple thoughts and tips and things that might be able to help you. Steve, all yours.
Okay, thanks a lot. Well, the first thing, of course, is if you're selling to the C-suite, you have to have something that's of interest to them. So it's normally when you're selling to a customer where the lifetime value of a new customer is going to be $500,000 upwards. So within that context, there's a few questions you can ask yourself when you're trying to get to the C-suite. And the first is really what we call, I'm actually, even though I say good day, mate, I'm actually a POM originally, an Englishman, and it's what we call the bleeding obvious. The first question is, what do they really care about? It's much easier to get a meeting with someone to talk about something they care about than to talk about something they don't care about. So the first question to ask yourself is, what's their highest priority, or what are their highest priority things right now that they really care about? And if you can find that, then the next question you've got to ask yourself is, can I help them? Because if you can't help them get something they want, why would they talk to you? And why do you want to talk to them for that matter? So there's two very simple questions you can ask yourself right up front when you're trying to get to someone in the C-suite. And then the next question to ask yourself is, okay, what's my initial objective? If I'm going to pick up the phone or send a LinkedIn message or send an email or send a video or knock on their door or whatever method you use to get to them, what am I trying to achieve initially? And the very first thing that I believe that you're trying to achieve is to get a conversation, because every sale starts with a conversation. And if you interrupt someone, whether it's via a phone call or an email or whatever, you haven't got their full attention. So step one is purely to get people's attention long enough to share your message with them. And one of the problems that people have is they try and do too much too soon. They use what I call premature elaboration. They're too keen to talk about their product, their service, because they understand it so well, they can't understand how these stupid prospects don't want to buy it. But these stupid prospects don't even know they exist. So step one is, what's my initial objective? Is to get a meeting, nothing else.
I like that premature, whatever you said, but I say keep it in the bag, just hold off. You said get their attention. I love that. I like to think when you're really meeting for the first time, whether it's email or on a phone call, make it about them. Bring out something that you know they care about. If you see maybe they are a marathon runner and a big swimmer, and you are too, you know, maybe make it personal about them and get their attention, get a conversation, shut up, get them talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. And oftentimes the only objective is to schedule a later conversation, because when you originally, if you pick up the phone, you happen to get onto them, they happen to answer the phone, they're not expecting you, you've interrupted them, they're doing something else. And even if they say, let's talk now, you know that they've got half an eye on their computer, they're thinking of their next meeting. So if you say, look, I know you're busy, let's schedule a time when I can have your full attention, you then got a much better chance. So let's assume that's your objective. The next question is, what message will get them to schedule you? You know, no one wakes up and thinks, oh, I hope a sales guy calls me and tries to pitch me something. So what's the message that will grab their attention? Is it, I mean, you know, if you were to, you know, speak to some executives in the USA right now, it might be, look, I know your firm's struggling with the shutdown. I think I can help you I'll help you to sell more. That's very generic, but you know, what will get their attention right at this minute? And then the next question is, okay, I've got a message that I think will grab their attention. How do I get it to them? if I pick up the phone, will they answer the phone? Will I get an executive assistant? Will I get voicemail? If I send them an email, how can I make sure they open it or read it or do something about it? So the next question to ask yourself is, how do I get my message to them? Because people talk a lot about which is best, video or Twitter or LinkedIn or email.
Right.
And to me, I look at two things. There's the message and there's the medium. Yeah. And you need to have the right message and the right medium for that person at that time. And that requires putting a bit of thought into it.
What you don't want to do is what you and I get. I got them today in emails. They come right at me. Hey, we are selling this. We're offering this. It can help you do that. And it has nothing to do with my priority, zero. I don't even get involved in what they're trying to sell. So you gotta know your customer, really, don't you? And you gotta know what keeps them up at night a little bit.
Well, absolutely. Look, I mean, in the context I'm talking about, which is a big sale, it's a $500,000 to $20 million sale. It's important it's worth the effort to get to know them. It's different if if you're picking up the phone, you're qualifying them, you're going to make a $50 or $100 or $1,000 sale. But if you're going to try and make a $1 million plus sale, put in the effort to get to understand what they care about, what will resonate with them, and put in the effort to get that message to them in a way that they will receive it, pay attention to it, and act on it.
Great, Steve. I know you're really active on LinkedIn. I read many of your posts, and if someone wants to continue this conversation or learn a little bit more about you or what you do, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
But LinkedIn is by far the easiest. I'm active on LinkedIn. I have 2 hashtags on my own, Steve Hall Sydney and Selling at Sea Level. You follow either of them, you'll see my musings, and you're very welcome to contact me via LinkedIn, and all my contact details are there too.
Well, it's fantastic. Look, you and I have gone back and forth a little bit virtually on LinkedIn, so it's a real pleasure and honor to meet you here kind of in person. I know it's early Australia, it's late here in Arizona, but thanks for sharing this tip. Viewers, until next week, good selling. Stick around, watch this video here from our sponsor, Lessonly. Take care, good selling, everyone. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Lessonly is an LMS purpose-built for frontline teams. It empowers leaders to quickly create beautiful branded lessons and share bite-sized learning with their teams. Target training to specific reps, teams, or your entire company. The result? Keeping teams aligned and up to date is easier than ever.
Practice is the backbone of great performance. So Lessonly enables reps to practice pitching, refine their selling tactics, and gain feedback on practice scenarios like email, phone, video, and more. This allows reps to learn from their mistakes behind the scenes so they can shine when it matters.
With Lessonly, use data to measure the impact of learning, find areas for improvement, and make better decisions.
We're helping 3 million learners and counting revolutionize their team training. That's why we've consistently been ranked as one of the top sales enablement platforms. Teams across the globe are reducing ramp time, improving retention, and hitting their goals with Lessonly.